Hello and welcome to episode 50 of our Timberborn Update 6 Waterbeavers playthrough, cycle 56, day 9. Last time, we put the beavers on the twirl and hurl that, I guess, just shoves them in the water until they stop complaining. That's maybe not a great thing. But, you'll notice, we only have one contaminated adult now, and we are in a very good situation when it comes to a whole bunch of other stuff. Still plenty of work to be done, and we will, of course, continue that today. But we're in the process of getting some more lotuses over here. Well, none of ours technically, because we're pulling them up as soon as they're able to be harvested for the purpose of making, making methane, which we are making. We still do not have a gas tank. We probably should make one of those soon, but we're not making enough metal to justify spending 70 of it on a gas tank. But there's still other stuff we can take a look at. We did start the process of kind of streamlining some things over on this side. We're in the middle of making our PhD in nuclear physics. It is 97% complete. And very soon, friends, we'll be able to build a basic nuclear reactor. But the main problem we have now is we don't have enough science. We do have the library on efficient science mode. And as soon as this PhD in nuclear physics is complete, we can also set the ENS to science mode. And what that's going to allow us to do is get 13 science every 0.3 hours, so long as we can supply them with enough materials. And everything that is being used in this recipe is stuff that we are currently making. Maybe not necessarily to excess, especially the grapes, but it's something. It's going to help us get there, and I think we're going to be in pretty good shape if we just make a few adjustments before things get too crazy. Let's put this in triple speed. Get these guys rolling here. I do only have 5 beavers currently working on this, so it is going to take a little bit more time unless I put 10 beavers in there. And now the total research time is 12 days and 12 hours, and it's at 97%, so we should see it pretty soon. In the meantime, though, we do... Oh, this poor beaver is exhausted. We need to have more terrain blocks taken out and levees built and stuff so we can plant more things here. I was also in the process of getting this land removed so that we could plant some additional giant sequoias, because that is a pretty important thing. And I've got the space. If I take this path away and all of this stuff to plant maybe 2 of them, possibly 3, depending on how crazy I want to get. But as you know, these things do just take time. So we are going to be kind of beholden to that for a little bit. We could maybe plant some of these things elsewhere. We have the tree nursery with a actually kind of decent range. If it's even slightly possible, I would like to plant one over here. I don't know that it's going to allow us to do that without having some sort of connection down here, and it's probably not worth worrying about it. We do have a 3x3 space for this guy. I know it doesn't quite look like it, but I should be able to put at least 2 more trees here, maybe 3 depending on how crazy I want to get, like I did just say. So let them keep on doing what they're doing. Hey, we finished! Alright, science time. We do have 1 PhD in nuclear physics. So we will need to have a second one before we can have both of these here. And the way this is set up, we're probably going to want to wall this off so that there is no poison going between these 2 things here. But there's a whole lot of scrap metal in the way of us actually separating things. So we will see what happens. We will see what happens. There is no bad water dome with the water beavers. You just have to either put in a basic nuclear reactor or, I don't know, create some sort of real cheesy thing that completely physical blocks this thing off, which I don't think we particularly care to do. So right now we also cannot make any human relics because we don't have enough tools. And that's been kind of a theme. A whole lot of this stuff just kind of takes a lot of time, and we haven't been making it. So let's turn the assembly line back on. Not to do that, to make tools instead. Coal, log, scrap metal. I know we don't have storage for these things over here, but long term should be okay. And this, I don't like this building. It just has so many problems keeping stuff stocked up, even though I've got a water tank right here. It still can't ever be taken care of correctly. That's just Waterbeavers, I guess. Is what it is. Keep in mind that when I put my nuclear reactors here and here, there will be no more bad water here. So that will not be a problem anymore. We'll have so much more space that we can do whatever we want with. So in terms of making science points, obviously they want more grapes. But they also don't have any spicy sodas. We are making spicy sodas. I don't remember where. So let's take a look at our cooking things. This one, right here, it's actually not that far away, grand scheme of things. But I realized I probably don't have a storage for this at all. No, I have a 300 storage. That is a medium tank. Where is my spicy soda storage tank? It's probably in a different district entirely. Well, we can check that out. I just have to look for tanks. And that will be somewhere. Who's got the spicy sodas? I see right here. Why is that over here? Oh, because it was going between districts. Well, it does exist. And I guess, like, they've got some in here. Mushroom juice. We're not even making mushroom juice. Okay, that is now spicy sodas. I'll just make this process a little bit easier. And this is waiting on kimchi, of course it is. We are never, ever, ever able to make enough kimchi. It does not matter how much we make. It is always immediately devoured. So I guess they like their fermented cabbage products. And now we don't have the we don't have enough scrap metal. Yep. The constant suffering of playing Waterbeavers on this map. It is honestly kind of astounding sometimes just how hard this is. Well, at any rate, this natural overhang can go away. They'll get to it, I'm sure, when they want to get to it, but it looks like that's going to happen real quick for us. So we can place that. And then soon I'll be able to get rid of this one also. Well, actually, the way this is set up, I don't really have to wait now, do I? I can just get rid of that, and I can have them demolish this. And I can just place both of these triples at the same time. That seems like a pretty good idea. If the beavers want to cooperate, that is. And since we're about to have a drought, let's talk about strategy here, because now I do have... This has been paused forever. But I do have the Simple Floodgate Triggers mod installed. And as you guys pointed out, when I demolished all of this stuff, got rid of this, it caused the rice fields to dry out a little bit. And, you know, that's not really fantastic for the rice, is it? And part of what happened was these were just, yeah, they were just going nuts, taking everything out. So now I'm actually going to use this, maybe not necessarily on everything, but on enough that it's not going to matter. So I realize these are houses that are going to be paused. It's not going to be that big of a deal. If it gets annoying, then we'll just change it. But I think I can get this to cooperate. Or maybe we just don't pause the ones that are actual houses. I think we can just leave those alone. But these other ones, I got real tired of just chasing back and forth this entire time. Yeah, see, this is a house. I can't really justify that much. Well, it's... Again, this thing's doing this again. Come on, man. Come on. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is your damage? You're doing nothing. You go to work and you sit there, and you don't even, you know, put it. Okay, now there's water in, but you're killing my crops, man. Get it together. Figure it out. It's not that hard. Now we're missing grapes because we don't have enough grapes. Yep. Seems like the authentic Waterbeavers experience. I also don't think we need to have this primitive dam here anymore. Just because, why even bother? If I wanted to, I could move this giant sequoia feller one tile back. Then I would definitely have enough room to plant a full... Yeah, let's do that. Just bring that back that way. This gets moved back a single... Why is the corner of that a levee? A regular levee block, which is not something that exists in this mod. Why is this here? It's fine. How soon are we going to get one of these? 86, 5, 7, 83, 88, 82, 71. Okay, I can just go ahead and get rid of that. So then, what I will have to do is... I always forget where this is. Is that under advanced buildings, or is it... There it is. So that's going to get moved to there. Then I can have this path. I mean, I'm not going to need it to go all the way down here, but I can keep it. And I know this is not really super fantastic here, but this doesn't have to be a suspension bridge anymore because there's not really anything underneath here. It's just that. So, platforms taken care of. Drought started. We should be in pretty good shape otherwise. Yep, those raise up automatically. No problems. Some of this one is still pumping. I guess that's fine. In 6 days, it shouldn't be able to drain all of this out. I've got other, other things we could do here. The space that this is currently covered with paths and platforms, we really should be dumping our extra terrain for, or dirt for terrain blocks in. So I think that is going to be a smart thing for us to do. We can plant rice on it, and that will also slightly increase our range because the farmhouses, in theory, do straight line distance calculation based on pathing beavers can take, and this adds a little bit to that. Plus, we have a lot of dirt. Well, we don't have 7,000 dirt, but you get where I'm going. Now I've forgotten what I was doing. Typical problems. At least we're making science. Ah, that's right, I was over here. So then this can go away here. This can get a double dynamite. That will go away. And I guess there's not really a reason to keep this path going all the way, but I might as well. Get rid of that. I need to plant some more stuff, so let's take these grapes out. Let's actually unplant. Oh, that was already a giant sequoia. Okay, I'll leave these grapes here, because that's fine. It's not going to let me do this, is it? Alright, giant sequoia there. Giant sequoia there. Giant sequoia. Oh, look at that. We got three. We got 3 new trees. 3 new trees, and if this one gets removed, these grapes do, we'll have 4. So, those will be a little bit more important as time goes by. I don't feel bad taking these grapes out because we can always put grapes in other locations. It's just the giant sequoias have very specific spatial needs, and it is what it is. So this here also will go just enough space to plant this guy, and then I think once this is gone, I can put some grapes along here, and that should replace those just fine. Once this is a little bit cleaner, I actually think, yeah, because that doesn't need to be dirt. I'm pretty sure if I were to blast this down now, I could plant a bunch of grapes here. So we're going to try it. If it goes poorly, it is also a drought. I do recognize that. If it goes poorly, we'll just fix it. Not that big of a deal. Plenty of stuff for these beavers to do. How are we looking over here? Have they started putting any dirt? It's not that one. That one, okay. Well, the logs are getting put in at least. Also saw a couple of comments saying that we could plant more rice over here if I just put another one of these farmhouses in place. I think what's going to make the most sense for that is to take advantage of this space here. This is already super deep. So why don't I put in That right there. That right there. I'm not going to worry about having like a crazy amount of beavers or anything over here. But a single farmhouse set up like this. Remember, we cannot flip farmhouses in this. I'll just put this like so. Straight line path I don't think is going to be any... Actually, you know what? Because we already have that there, I can take this out. Get that set there. And then I'm going to have more space for rice over here. We also have this that can be removed. Somebody directly mentioned this. It actually wouldn't be that bad, except this would need to be blocked off here. Wouldn't be very difficult. All I would need to do would be to put a levee here and a levee here. But I'm going to, instead of, you know, letting all the water escape when I don't want to kill all my crops, I suppose I will just put in a staircase. Right there, and then, for the time being at least, allow them to come over here and build that. And then once that's done, this single farmhouse here, I did put here to help harvest these guys. But we'll have space over here to put another farmhouse or two and then have more rice. This honestly probably should be a separate district, but I know here come the oh, you just get over it things. Like I hate dealing with districts. I really do. There's a reason I was so ecstatic when they got rid of the district size limits. In, what was that, update 4, I think? A long time ago. It was a great day. It was beautiful. Well, you know how it goes. This is ready to go here. That's ready to go, that's ready to go. Then, I guess I shouldn't get rid of those fasteners. I'll just get rid of paths. I've got the entrance there, and that's there. There's one more path under this, yes? No? I guess not. So now this gets to be grapes. All the way down to this corner. Is that going to let me know? Okay, so that is 3, 6, 9 grapes, which is how many I'm taking away from here. Alright. And I've got that there. That should be fine once this is removed. And I guess all of this is just going to have to get done when it gets done. Alright. Well, it's an improvement. Good steps. Please do not walk into the explosives. There we go. Look at all that. And all of that... Wait, that decreased the range here? How does that make sense? How? Oh, okay, nope, that's that straight line thing. It cannot take a straight line from here to this staircase anymore because that land's gone. So, I think what's going to make sense is if I put a pair of ladders here, because then that removes a couple of steps going that way to do it. Okay. Well, regardless, lotuses can go here. Oh, that's the flag. That's why that can't happen. How did I miss this? Okay, that needs to be detonated. That's fine. Okay, baby steps, once again, as we have done for quite some time. We're up to 2,900 science, which is fantastic. The other stuff, though, is we have to have 150... Oh, wait, I have metal. Why do I have so much metal now? I didn't have metal before. Was that because I had clicked on the wrong district? It absolutely was. Okay, well, this changes things, because now I can actually build a gas tank. Well, it's not that big of a deal quite yet, but I think when we get into the gas, whatever it is, which is the one that makes the different gases here? One of these does. There it is, gas extractor. We get into this, which is actually already unlocked. Then, wait a second. Wait, this doesn't consume anything? It just makes it? Oh boy, you should not have told me that. That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh no. Oh, I've just outmoded my entire farm that I spent all this time doing over here. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. How about instead of that we just get hydrogen? That sounds good, huh? Oh no. Hydrogen, if you were curious, goes into the airship. Yeah, you know, maybe don't fill airships with hydrogen. There's a whole thing about that about 90 years ago. Dr. Pepper. Yeah, don't do that. Might explode. They still haven't gotten rid of these grapes. Alright, let's make this a priority here. Okay, so there goes a whole bunch of irrigation from what? Ah, that was from this. Alright. This is ready to get exploded. Not that the, well, anything is really going to go that well over here. I'm going to move the empty, or not the empty, the medium bamboo shoots thing. I think the idea here was that this was supposed to be connected to this. So maybe I don't want to get rid of all of this just quite yet. We might be in for a rude awakening as far as poison stuff is concerned. This giant log storage is... I can't see anything. There's just too much junk on here. Okay, so that's... Oh, I guess that was actually fine, huh? Well... It is what it is, I guess. If they build this, they can start building all this nonsense, so... Could be worse! Could be a whole lot worse. How are we doing over here? Okay, they got that going. Just about ready to have this farmhouse in place. I never actually planted the rice. Let's do that, so we can actually make use of it. And we don't have a lot of lotus flowers. So I guess, you know, we didn't really actually outmode this. I could maybe just, instead of having this large farmhouse take care of it, I just have some gatherer flags. But now that I put this ladder set here, this actually reaches absolutely everything. And that is tremendous. Love to see it. This also isn't working, one, because it's not finished, but two, because there's no power. So I guess that is fine. Ruins exploration. Oh, I don't have any. I don't have any. I ran out. Alright, well, I guess we'll just put that back in right there. 3,700 sites. Hey, we're getting there. We are getting there, and it's going to be fun when we finally do. Yeah, the thing I'm really worried about is going to be, well, I guess gears. But I could solve that problem if I made the factory operating team. I think that's what it's called. Laboratory? Yeah, factory operating team. That's 5,000 science to research that. Oh, I guess it's better to just start building this. Especially because I have everything except the 400 gears. And then we'll just figure out where we're going from there. Is this going to consume gears? It is. It already has, but it's only 20. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Live and learn. Alright, this is ready for another giant sequoia. And then I do need to rebuild the giant sequoia storage. Giant log storage, whatever it's called. Yep. I guess it's fine. Just put this back where it was. And that was giant logs. Pretty sure just straight up giant log. Yep, okay. This has been paused this whole time too, don't forget. I need to figure out what I'm going to be using this for. I guess regular logs. I don't know, like, I have this thing where I won't remember what I needed to do, but I remember that something was very important, and there's differences between the two options, and one of them is very much right and the other one's very much wrong, and I do not know which one is which. So that's maybe a little bit concerning, but I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be making regular logs with this. Well, for the time being, I guess it doesn't really matter that much. We do have a giant sequoia here ready to cut down. So that's a thing, I suppose. How are we doing here? Have they started making progress on this yet? They have. Okay, very good. Pine resin, logs, clay. All somewhat present. Those guys are doing fine, I suppose. Still waiting. Okay, I tell you what I need to do is I need to deprioritize these, or else that's all the beavers are going to do. This is out of power, of course it is. This, well, ran out of power. Even though it can produce plenty, that just there's no more water to flow through there. Won't be a problem forever. It absolutely will not. So we're going to have a fantastic time with all sorts of infinite power. Well, not literally infinite. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're almost at 4,000. And as soon as we hit that 4,000, I'm going to start building this guy here. And we're going to end up, depending on the size of this, we're going to need to end up putting in a, yeah, see, that's going to be a thing, because this is going to want to go in. It's not going to stop any bad water from coming around the outside, is it? Unless I have it completely blocked off. That's not going to be a thing. Well, they should be able to build this by standing on the corner here, if I have a bridge go to it. Well, it's 4,000 science. Unlock it. I do want the power to come out somewhere. I don't think it really matters what side it comes out on, but it's going to be easiest. Most likely to have this face that way. Yeah, just straight across. We'll need to have some sort of way to get this out of here. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's probably better to come off this way, actually, instead of, then I'll have that go that way, and then come up to here, and then just come across. And I suppose that could be a high power shaft candidate right there. It's cheaper to build those that way. If I do that again, that will go right into here. Easy enough to get rid of that. And then I'll do another one. Or I could just, you know what? No, I don't think I'm going to do another one. I will just have this go straight the way across because we have the technology. It's always possible. We'll just put that there. And that should be fine. But it is going to take them a very long time to build this because it is, well, a very expensive building. 3x1 should get them right in the correct spot. Allow them to construct this. And there you go. We have the PhD in nuclear physics. And now we're making more and more science. Things are looking okay. How are we doing here? Okay, so if this is as high as this bad water is ever going to get, which I think it is, then this is all this new land. I just went right past it. This is all this new land we can actually use. I'm probably going to say we don't need to have this entire thing be berries. We're going to make it into grapes instead. Because we need grapes. And I did say I was going to move the minty bamboo shoots. I just wasn't sure where they were going to go. So how about instead I make this into minty bamboo shoots instead of grapes. And I set that to empty, and then I will remove it so I can plant more grapes. As one does. That should be fine. And if I could fit one more. One more giant sequoia if I move these things out of the way. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I think that should work out quite nicely. Who has no recipe? Ah, the clinic. That's right, because I didn't want to make anything. It's alright for right now. It's A-okay. How are we looking here? Oh, good. That's done. So now we get to remove the blockage. Just get rid of all of that. All of that. Got a little bit here I can blast out. Then we're going to have a tremendous additional amount of space. And we should never have to worry about it evaporating super badly or anything. Okay, 500 science. Things are progressing. Hopefully nicely. Too far from a district and cannot... Oh, they never built... Really? I thought I put one of these in here. Oh, I needed to put 2. And I'm afraid of getting rid of this until I have all of these in place. They will help, but it will, of course, take time. It's kind of leeching through here. Giants here. Alright, let's... Yeah, let's turn this back on with the regular log recipe. These poor beavers who are dwelling in the advanced sawmill, I'm sure, are not having a great time with that, but you picked it. How are we looking here on tools? I've got 328. Okay, this thing is so overpowered. Unbelievable. Recipe.fruitparfait.plural display name. I don't think that's what that's supposed to say. Wooden toys wise, we should have all these beavers with... No, okay. Let's instead make some wooden toys. I know we talked about having extra stockpile of those. But the population continues to grow, and each new beaver has to have all of that stuff available to them. Okay, so they can't build this because there is no method by which to get into that space. So if I put in a... see, these need the metal to do that. I know this is kind of dumb, but I don't want to use metal for this. That'll allow them to do just about everything they wanted to do. If I go ahead and pop this out here, I know I can get that taken care of. Shouldn't be a big issue. Just let them do that. Maybe put that in place so they can actually get that finished. Already back up to 1,000 science, which is great to see. This is empty, which means now I can get that set up. And I should have space right here to put a giant sequoia. I unfortunately can't do the same thing here. So I've got one too few spots. But what I can do is I can plant some more grapes. So that should help us out quite a bit. Okay. Cutting those up. I was in the process, eventually, of stacking these things, but I need to have a mega platform, and as we discussed, mega platform takes science, which, hey, I have 1,000 science now. Guess what? Now, I can attach this at whatever height I deem necessary. I think. Yeah. Yeah, see, there we go. I just had to lower it. That's really cool that it can just go right on top of the giant pillar like that. At whatever height you choose. Tremendously helpful. So now I can choose to put another sunflower farm in, which I don't think right now is the most necessary thing. What might actually do more good for us is if we have one for rice. Which, hey, this takes 18 glass. Guess what I have? 18 glass. Then we also have Everblossoms, but the rice is probably a little bit more important right now. If I were to build this here... What do you mean I don't have enough? Oh, I thought I had 1,000 science. I guess I'm insane. This is good at the very least. This doesn't have enough water to... Really? Oh, okay, it's going back and forth on not having enough water. So I did remove this in anticipation of making these giant water wheels, but sometime soon-ish, TM, we're going to have a basic nuclear reactor ready to go. Can't get required materials. It doesn't have ruins exploration. This doesn't have ruins exploration because why? Oh. They're in the middle. Oh, there's only 2 beavers working there. Okay. Let's get that moved along, shall we? Ah, they're out of grapes. I should have known. Should have known the grapes were going to be a problem. I feel pretty comfortable at this point. Anything that doesn't have the red tendrils of doom on it is probably a good candidate for getting exploded. I don't know how far this is going to reach up here. Okay, we probably don't need to worry about this. I just want to make sure I can actually have as many grapes as possible. The blueberries, we can make those in the lab over here. And we are. We just don't have enough sawdust. Yes. Okay. I guess it's time to turn some of these back to the long recipe. We don't even have enough mushrooms. We're using it all. Okay. That should hopefully take care of that. Before we start really running out of giant logs, though, I do want to put in more of these giant pillars. Oh, they can't reach it. Oh no, I'm gonna have to build scaffolding for all this. Oh, I don't like that at all. Okay, that's the problem with this. And I can't even do it from on top of here. Well, the next set of 5 actually wouldn't be that bad if I just put in... I think it's going to have to be ladders. Okay, it's going to be cheaper for me to just do this. Not that. Come on. Thanks, autosave. It's going to be cheaper for me to just do this. And then they can stand on top of this and put in the 5 tall giant pillars. The 10 tall should allow us to build at least 3 of these without having to come back, which I think should be fine. These giant logs are all in here. I'm going to hit pause on this because I think right now we're probably okay. It's looking okay. This is still waiting on the ruins exploration points. How many does it have? 0? Oh, that's right, because this is super slow. I don't think it's being used for anything else. Shouldn't be, at least. You never know. Alright, so I see a pretty good amount of space here that we can already get to. I don't want to bring a lumberjack in here. Let's just get rid of that. Plant some more rice. And then I'm just going to bring this all the way over here. I don't think we're going to need to have this path go absolutely everywhere in here. So that can go away. This is going to be polluted for quite some time. Obviously, this farmhouse does not reach all the way over here. But what we can do, and I don't think would be very difficult, is get rid of this space here, and then I can put in a farmhouse maybe right here that should be able to reach everything, or if not, then we can move it a little bit. And that should be okay. Why are they harvesting the entire Nennefer? They should not be oh. Okay, this is why I didn't do this. This is exactly why I did not do this. Oh, I didn't want them to do that. I didn't want them to do that. Alright. Farmhouse is paused. Stop killing my Nennefers. Oh, sheesh. Plant the lotuses. Don't harvest them. Just plant them and then go away. Please and thank you. No, but it's quitting time, so now no one's going to do that, and I'm going to have to monitor this. Well, I shouldn't be upset. It's my own fault. I just kind of forgot how this was, What was that? Why did that guy come here in the middle of the night? Alright. Well, wake up in the morning. Get this stuff popped in here. Why are these here? Not brought in. Well, they'll figure it out. Okay, where did they... Okay, that must have been the beavers that lived there. I wish, like, all of the beavers who worked here also lived here if they could find a spot. It would be very convenient. Okay, they are replacing those, but they're also cutting some down. I only want them to plant. Stop harvesting. Stop harvesting these things. Alright, that's it. You're done. You're all fired. Get out of here. Okay, we'll come back to that later. How are we looking over here? They haven't done anything? Okay. But I have 1100 science, which means... oh, they can't actually get up here. That's right. I have to build the rest of this staircase. And by staircase, I mean ladder. We talked about this a long time ago, and then I didn't actually do it correctly. That should be there? Yeah. So they can do that. Taking a look at my notes here. See, there's not... Oh, there's one more thing I forgot that I said I was going to take care of. And that is... this fluid dump is completely superfluous because we have this thing that is supposed to keep this filled up. That was an emergency thing. That's being emptied. Why is it being emptied? I do not remember. Yeah, food is getting kind of precarious again here. That's why I was attempting to fix this. Attempting to fix it, and it's not really going that well. Well, I mean, there's not really much else I can do. I have to be able to build this, and this is going to be the easiest way to do it. Guess we just super prioritize this whole stack of ladders here. That's going to be the fastest way to get it done. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Food-wise, though, it's got to be something else I can be growing here. Obviously, like, the amount of space that the sunflowers are taking up is really not ideal for the purpose of having, you know, adequate food available. But getting more rice should really help. I don't have enough pumpkins to do much else here. I don't really have enough rice either, but it's I mean, it's growing back in. It should be okay. I figured they would get this done faster, but I guess they're not very high on the priority list here. Come on. Come on, we got stuff to do. I completely forgot I couldn't have the regular farmhouse here because it's just going to rip these things out. We don't have enough of these lotus flowers as is. Alright, B for boom. Don't get exploded, please and thank you. So I'm going to have to place farmhouse here and remove this set of stairs. I'm going to have the only access be via this staircase here. We're just going to have to leave this alone as is. It's probably going to be the only way to allow this to work. Because I need to have... I gotta have beavers over here. They have to be able to, you know, actually grow stuff. It's kind of important. So that's... Either that or they just constantly take care of that. I guess that's probably the only way to really get away with it. Honestly. I mean, it's not that big of a deal if they just keep taking this out. Because I do think I'd like to have all these gatherer flags because, well, we have all these that haven't been picked up. It's just, man, what a pain. These guys aren't easy to take care of here. Oh well. Life goes on. Okay, they're starting this. And it looks like they can get in here. And I have enough of those giant pillar logs. 1800 science. I should probably go ahead and unlock the Clockwork Hydroponic Rice Farm. There we go. I can't build it yet, obviously, because I need these pillars to be put in place. But I don't think we're that far away from that being a thing. Let's get these marked as priority here. And pretty quick soon we should see... What kind of statement is that? Pretty quick soon? That's not real English. Yeah. We'll get them to bring all this stuff in. I think I see someone walking in with a giant log now. Yep. There we go. We don't need to worry about that too much longer. Yeah, food. Oh, food's looking rough. That's not good, folks. Not good. So the ENS making science is now going to be shut off because there's a bunch of food in here that they're consuming. This is ready for B for boom. Yeah. Oh, this isn't irrigated very well. Alright. Well, grapes. Grapes it is. We have to try something, at the very least. So this is, it's gonna get pretty rough pretty quick. Just get these pillars put in. Let's go. Let's go, boys and girls. I know you have the giant log somewhere. There, I see something. Yeah. All the way in the corner. Good. That means this can all be removed. And then all we have to do is get that one finished. We just need one giant log there. And as soon as I have the rice, it's going to get so much easier. Just so much easier. So we've been without rice for a long time, and a lot of our security is coming from the rice balls not, you know, being completely out of stock at all times. There's the giant log. Yeah, you got to walk all the way around to the stairs, or the ladder, vertical stairs. Oh, and you're not even going to finish it. I know it's after hours, but you know you could have just done it. You're already here. All right. So the first person at work, I guess, just gets to put the giant pillar up. This needs a gear. I think I know where all the gears went. They went to the nuclear power plant. And this, thankfully, does not require gears. We should be able to build this pretty quickly. Looks like that's all good to go. So I'm just going to grab all this junk off the floor here. And then we will be able to place this. Well, actually, I can go ahead and place it now. I just don't know where it's going to put all the junk, and I don't want it to go off the back. So, no storage space for scaffold. Really? No storage for scaffoldings. Well, I don't think that is going to fly. Let's put a little scaffolding storage over here, because we're going to need it eventually anyhow. We're down to under 800. Under 800 food. I don't like this at all. Not one bit. So do me a solid here and come take care of this so I can put the rice in. Well, I know we have a lot of scaffolding, but I don't want to have to go back behind here. You're not going to be able to get into it. It's just going to be a huge pain in the butt. Log-wise, I do have logs. Okay. We'll leave that alone for a little bit. We planted some more grapes. They might not survive during a long drought or bad tide because this is going to get pumped out. You know what? They can walk through here still, right? Yeah, I'm gonna, just to make this easier, I'm just gonna put this primitive dam back in place. So we can keep this separated so this stays irrigated. Alright. I literally have storage right here. Or is that just because it hasn't been updated because no one's been clocked in to go check it out? That's probably what it is. I don't dare check the progress on the nuclear power plant. I know it's not good. I know it's going to take 1 billion years. Bad tide approaching. Oh boy. Now, okay, there. The thing went away that says there's no storage space. Just come and grab it. Come grab it. Why do I have a beaver that is unemployed? There we go. All right, come on. Come on, just come grab these. There you go. Alright, Rice, if that is your real name. No idea where that came from. Yep. This now needs to be the top priority. That is going to be so nice. Look how I love seeing this. Look how good that is. See anything else over here? Okay, I guess this is okay. Oh, I didn't connect this. Oops. Okay. So, in order to prevent this kind of nonsense from happening here, I have to lengthen the distance between this staircase and the farmhouse without making it impossible for this pair of gatherer flags to do anything. So, I also don't want to put it within range of another thing here. Okay, this is probably going to be pretty stupid. But if I do that, and I take these stairs away, then this can only reach to here, which means it'll only go to about there. These will need to be moved. They can tolerate up to 1 block depth. Just about. So if I instead place those two there, then I will get a couple of additional spots for rice planting. And then they can be that much closer. I think that's going to work. Again, this is decidedly not a great way to do this. But it's where we're at. This is episode, what, 50 of this? Yeah, it's just too much. Okay, this needs all the glass coming in, some of the logs, and then just water, and we should be good to go. We have tons of water. That hasn't been a problem in a very long time. But the food's looking really bad. It's looking really, really, really bad. But we have rice. So, how many, I have 6 clay pots, really. Okay, so the rice balls is literally just salt, water, and rice. I don't know what I expected. But that is pretty dirt simple here. Let's put 2 cooking tents right here. I know this is not like a great way to lay this out, but 2 cooking tents right there. Got a small warehouse for rice. I've got I guess just a regular pile for salt. And then the actual thing itself won't need a storage because it's got tons. We have tons everywhere else kind of close by. Alright. So, are the glass panes even in this district? I feel like they should be. They are not, and I don't have storage for them. Okay, so glass goes in here? It must be a pile. Yeah, that's what I do with my glass. Is I make sure I take my glass and I stick it in a pile so it can stay nice and safe. Not carefully stacked in a warehouse. It goes in a pile. Just throw it on the ground. Throw it in the pile. That's how you get more glass, because then it falls and it breaks into a billion pieces, and then you have more glass. That's definitely how that works. No possible other explanation. So, now that we're waiting on that, I hope it doesn't get too bad too quickly here, because half of our food is just raw cabbages, which are also ingredients in other recipes. Come on, glass panes. I'm reminded of a commercial for I believe, automotive glass repair company whose name they're called the Glass Doctor. I wasn't going to give them free publicity, but who cares? Where's the glass anyway over here? Is that this? Yes, pit pile. Okay, well, you know what? Alright, I kind of take that back. They're stacked very nicely, very neatly. Kind of take that back. Force importing these. Where is the glass anyway? Import if needed. Okay, well, they are going to be needed. I just need them to build the pile. There we go. Alright, now they can bring it in because it's needed, and there's a storage for it. Whenever they decide, anytime's fine. We're not in a food crisis or anything. This is waiting on, as I expected, a whole bunch of gears. And this is also waiting on gears. Oh boy. Well, We are, at the very least, making some nice progress. It's just a shame I don't have any more gears. And I would say, oh, well, let's just build a whole bunch more of the mechanics lodges. But it takes 10 hours to make one gear. I don't have that many extra beavers. I don't want to explode my population either. So that does unfortunately mean the only real benefit we're going to get to improving this is if I have 5,000 science to unlock the underground factory operating team. Or I build like 20 of those mechanics lodges and get an extra 60 beavers out of it, which I do not need. Cannot afford to keep alive. Alright, so this should... Okay, they're still waiting on the glass to come in. Well, it's fine. Still waiting on scaffolding here, I guess that's okay. We've got rice planted. They can reach still all of this from right there, so that was actually a very good site selection there, if I do say so myself. Not too shabby. But we still don't have enough rice. Come on, folks. 7 more glass panes. We're going to be in pretty good shape. But for now, it's not looking great. Oh, the 500 was for this district by itself. No, it's the whole map. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's only 612. Now 601. Now 584. Okay. Rough times here. We'll be okay. So now I just need 5 more panes. Come on. Bring me the glass. I know you have it. I know you have it. And I can't sit here and just make everybody watch this. Because I know they want to see other stuff. Alright, so we are still making science, and I'd love to make a whole bunch more so I can get 5,000 science so I can make all these gears, but... Ugh, this is what it is. Is anything else consuming gears? Okay, the paper mill is very slowly, so that really doesn't matter. Obviously, construction sites are going to be consuming gears. We know this. Okay, that, and that's all fine. All expected. As soon as our food situation stops being completely horrible, then I will turn this back on. Spicy soda. Yeah, we just don't have enough rice. How do you still not have glass panes? It's right here. Ugh. Come on. I guess since this isn't prioritized by haulers, I don't really have enough beavers to do all this anyway. I really wish they would just bring it over here. It's been like 3 days. At least we have all these things automated so that we don't kill every single crop ever. That has been tremendous. I've got how many? 53 incapacitated beavers and 53 vacancies. Okay. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe bit off a little bit more than we can chew. But we will get there. Okay, we got dirt going there. We got dirt going there. What about over here? Okay, that's still not even close. Alright. Am I really going to have to prioritize this by haulers? I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do that. But I guess that's where we're at. Just got to make it work. This is still making wooden toys. Well, I got like 600 of them, so I don't think I need to keep making any more of those. Tool storage is full. That storage is full. Pencil sets storage is full. Don't have any shells, and robot parts are fine. I guess I'm just gonna shut it down. I don't need to be consuming all those materials. Where are my glass panes? Come on. I know it's like halfway across, well, not halfway, it's like almost all the whole way across the map. And I have a rat's nest of pathing, but it really should not be this hard. Should not be this hard to get 3 more glass panes in like the span of 2 days. Figure it out. Food's still looking bad. But it's not going to get any better until we have... Alright, I'm turning this back on. I'm turning it back on. I feel like we should be okay. Eventually. Because that's all we're waiting on is gears. We got to 4,000 science pretty fast. I know we just crossed over the hour mark on the recording. It's going to be less time in the video because I do have to cut out the loading screen. But yeah, I feel like it's not impossible if this can be supplied appropriately for us to get, before too far into the next episode, enough science to get that gear thing going there. Alright, come on. Still only 15? Come on, man. Alright, look, we are launching a formal investigation into what in the heck is going on here. I have them. They're over here. So, I guess it's gotta just be these 6 beavers here being overwhelmed, having to take care. This is why I hate districts. Just, there's way too many things here in this mod. And before, because I know someone's going to say it, before you say, oh, just use the, no, I can't. This map is not going to allow me to do that. A normal map that a not insane person would choose to play this on, yes, sure. I'm sure it works splendidly well. The entire experience of playing on this map is just frustration incarnate. There is almost no possible way to logically and effectively plan anything out because the space is just so screwed up. Alright. Come on. They're right here. They're right here. Like, what are you guys doing? You're not even in the right district. Okay. Maybe I clicked on the wrong one. Alright, that's not necessarily their fault. Somebody has got to get this glass. Come on, dude. Alright, forget it. Everybody works here now. Just get your stuff and get out. I don't have time for this. You're carrying lotus flower tea. Of course you are. Come on. Come on. It's been like 5 days. Somebody has to come get this glass. And you're not going to do it either. You're going to go over here and get nothing. Okay, you're going to sleep. No, you're not going to sleep. You walked past your... Now, okay, now you're asleep. No, now you're not asleep. What are you... You're taking a bath at 3 in the morning? What are you doing, man? Come on. The decisions of these beavers sometimes, I'm telling you. And yet the glass panes are still here. They're still here. Okay, I have to go do something else or I'm going to throw my computer out the window. But what else can I do? I'm up to 1,500 science. The food situation is only getting worse. We're making science, though. Hooray. Yay. Oh, man, I didn't want to do it. I really did not want to just keep adding more and more beavers just to try and get something accomplished here, but my hand has been forced. That is the only option I have. I'm just going to have to put another one of these right here, set to make gears, and that's just going to have to be it. That's all we're doing. There are no glass panes. This still says 15. Come on. Somebody has to come and grab these blasted... Other words I would love to use, but will not because this is a family show. Come on. Just get the glass. Just get it. What are you doing? That's my one request. My only request I have ever had in my life. It's like the cat after you feed the cat. It's like, oh, the cat's never eaten. This is my one request. You've never done anything. Do something for me. Just, come on. It's been like an entire cycle waiting on these 3 panes. And we probably need to make some more mushrooms as well, but I don't have enough I don't have enough logs. What am I going to do? What am I going to do about this? So you don't really have a great other place to build, well, anything, really. If I had mushroom juice, I could make mushrooms in the GMO growing lab, but I don't, so... This is full of bramble flowers. If I switch this to berries, that's going to consume dirt. I don't have dirt. I don't have dirt. Don't have dirt. Okay. So I guess the moral of the story here is nothing really matters. And I do have rice balls available to me. Kind of. Wait a second. Icy glass panes. They finally listened to me after 30 minutes of yelling. Alright. Oh, they pulled them out. Are they putting them in here? I see 16. I see 17. Where's 18? Where's the last one? Can't get required materials. Thanks. Appreciate it. Somehow we haven't run out of food yet. I don't have any idea how. Well, we haven't run out of food. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, logs, planks, gears. I guess I have to prioritize this. I probably don't have enough haulers to really be doing this. But it's fine. Still don't have enough for ruins exploration. This is waiting on cereal bars. Cereal bars are waiting on logs. No, they're not waiting on logs. They're waiting on... No, they're not waiting on rice. What are they... They have everything to make this. What are they doing? Oh, it's water. The water's right here. What are you doing, man? Come on. All right. Don't give me that, man. Don't give me that. You have a storage right here for glass panes. All you have to do is get somebody to grab this one glass pane. There's probably a queue for things going across district lines, and that's probably why it does that, and so on, whatever. But this has held this entire end of this episode hostage. We absolutely must have it. We're so low on food. This district only has like 100 food. They can't... You can't live like this. You can't. You have to have... You gotta have more food. Gotta have more food. I know they'll eat the nenifars when they grow up. That's fine, I guess, but... Man, that is... extremely frustrating. Okay, they did got half of that one done. Does that mean these are looking any better? No, because I guess that was deprioritized to a higher priority than this. That's fine. Alright, so that, just as I thought, it reaches to about there. That's fine. They can reach, yeah, they can reach all of that. Everything they reached before. Okay. I'll take it. It's not perfect, but it's going to be fine. Why? Why are you the way that you are? I hate everything about the things you choose to be. Just get this one glass pane. That's all you have to do. That is the only job that matters at this exact moment in time. And yet the beavers are not choosing to do it, and I cannot force them to. I wish there was a job hierarchy I could do for like hauling things. That would be so nice. But it is not possible. I guess the only thing I could think of would be to prioritize it by haulers, but that what's that going to solve with this? Does these guys just do that? I don't know. I really don't. I'm at my wit's end. At least we have kind of more food now. Where am I supposed to put more mushroom the obvious answer might be right here. I don't think that's the case. Because this isn't really a great spot for much of anything. I've got to be able to put it somewhere. This is pathing underneath here. I guess I could put like maybe 1 or 2 here. 1, 2, 3. No, I can only put 1. This path, I guess, could go up here instead. And then I could put maybe 1, 2. Yeah, still just 2. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else I can really reasonably accomplish today, so instead what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and we're going to watch this pit pile where it says 1 glass pane while I do the end of episode fun stuff. So, even though we cannot get this one single miserable glass pane out of here for the past 15 minutes of recording, I am glad you choose to stick with this series and all the frustrations and things that come with it. Because I still really love this mod. I think it's a whole lot of fun. It is just rather annoying how long some stuff takes. But if you stuck with it thus far, yeah, you understand how this works. So, I appreciate you. Beard Booster is also directly subsidizing everything here, making it so I don't have to do these videos with sponsors or anything. We're just having a good time. Sometimes a frustrating time playing the game, and then we get to just keep the same kind of feel we've had here forever, which is very important to me, and I trust that it is an important thing to you as well. So this is unfortunately where we have to leave it. I'm not going to make you sit through any more of this. That is it. Have a great rest of your day. Whatever it is you're doing, stay safe, have fun, and maybe next time they'll choose to come and get this single glass pane that is holding the entire world back from doing anything. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.